it away.
Alright, hello everyone! Here we are with Mighty Gunvolt Burst. This is... I really don't know what to say about this game, because this game has a lot of inspiration for Mega Man. And to say that this game was literally created by the same people who also did Mega Man 9 and 10, so it's not a coincidence. But I'm also here with Tempest Mask. He's gonna be helping me with commentary in this game.
Hello, friends and fellow gamers. My name is Tempest Mask 1000. Some of you know me as Steve, or I guess in the case of SGDQ last year, Hot Mike Steve. But don't worry, it seems we seem to have avoided that situation there. So, yeah, this game is super rad, and I'm very happy to be joining Kiwami today. So thank you for having me, truly.
No problem. So we are ready to go. So time starts when we choose the characters. So in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
All right, so here we begin, Mighty Gunvolt Burst. For those that don't know, this game, the predecessor has been shown off at a GDQ before, but in case you're unfamiliar, this game has launched in 2017, originally for the Switch, and then a week later for the 3DS, as it is the sequel to that game, which was a bit of a short romp, even with the so-called DLC stages, but this one is considerably longer and features a lot more playable characters to boot. Now you're probably wondering, what exactly is a Mighty Gunvolt Burst? Well, if you played the PS4 version, you'd also know this is Gal Gunvolt Burst, but Indie Creates decided to essentially make a crossover game featuring a few of their properties, and so we got the folks from Gunvolt, Mighty Number 9, and Galgun. Now, Kiwami is playing as Call. This is one of the DLC characters to the Sidekicks pack, which also features Jewel from Gunvolt as well as Tenzo from Galgun. Each character has their own unique playstyle to them, as you're noticing right now. Call is going to play a lot similarly to her stage in Mighty Number 9, but she's also considerably gotten a few buffs, especially with the help of our wonderful friends, the Patch Robots, which essentially acted as the Eddies of Mighty Number 9. And so whenever you see Kiwami pick a few up, these guys can fly over to enemies and just bust them down, no problem. Essentially, you're looking at something very similar to, say, Cream from the Sonic Advance games, and I know we all saw Sonic Advance 2, so if you all missed out on that action because we did have some Knuckles going on, you're going to probably see the next best thing here for sure. Now, you're seeing Kiwami pick up all these CP power-ups. The reason for that is because this game features a plethora of customization. The whole gist is that you can change up your gun profiles to do all sorts of really cool stuff, but you also gotta get more CP in order to do all this cool stuff. And there'll also be character abilities related to that as well. Call's ability to air dash, for example, is very much tied to that, so this is going to play partially into the routing of this game, for sure. Now, we have the intro boss. This is the Round Digger. He's gone. And you're probably thinking, oh, hey, I remember him from Mighty Number 9. Well, that's the thing. In the original Mighty Gunvolt, the content was a lot more focused on Gunvolt's side of things. Here, it's absolutely the other way around. And you're going to see a lot of familiar level themes, songs, and bosses and all that stuff. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the Mighty Number 9 music in this game is something of a carryover from the retro soundtrack from that game, which, yeah, shout out to that. But other than that, we're going to go into Dynatron first because, as I mentioned, some of the stages have the power-ups we need, and this is absolutely where we need to go first. So we're going to be getting our air dash here. And
actually, we're gonna get the triple shot upgrade in this level. It's not the air dash is not in the next one.
True, right? I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the new route. So I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that the route has actually changed in the time between when this event started and this run that you're about to see right there. So yeah, there you go. Other than that, though, you're going to love what this game does to the Mighty Number bosses because, well, as I mentioned, you're going to see a lot of familiar level themes and bosses, but yeah, that Indie Creates really changed things up a bit, and quite to my liking, honestly. But yeah, anyway, so the power plant features a darkness gimmick that we're going to be seeing. Of course, there's also these split pathways as well, but yeah, the darkness gimmick, we can only really see part of the stage once that comes into play, and This is also the only stage where you'll be able to hit enemies off screen, and that actually will save time, because those big shield dudes from Gunvolt, you can make them jump straight toward you, and so that's just a little factoid about that gimmick per se. Also, knock on wood, this is probably the second game that I have commentated for at a GDQ with a darkness gimmick. I wonder if that's just a thing chasing me no matter what. But anyway, you're probably wondering what the burst mechanic is, by the way. That's what happens when you destroy enemies at close range. It's purely for the sake of scoring and not much else. But a nice little fun fact is that the patch bots will do those automatically. So yeah, definitely one of the nice things about it. All right, here's Dinah. Now, we do not have a sword power-up to help us this time. You know, if you know, you know. But yeah, no, just mashing is gonna just make these bosses melt just like that. And yeah, that triple shot right there really coming into play.
Yeah, the triple shot saves about 10 seconds in like each one of the fights. So yeah, that's why the new route saves so much time.
Yeah, don't blink or ugh, wow, I'm already starting with the stuttering. Don't blink or you will miss it. That's all I got to say, really. All right, so we're now moving into Avi's stage, the air tower, and well, as per usual, it's tradition. Thanks, Avi. For those that don't know, Kiwami and I are actually Mighty number 9 runners too, so there you go. But yeah, so you see those power-ups right there. And that was our air dash. So now we get to go fast in midair, just as it should be. And let me tell you, that's actually one of my personal favorite things about Call from both games, really. But you also notice the barrier. That is one of Call's unique abilities. This was also a carryover from her Mighty number 9 gameplay, but I would say it's much, much, much more proficient in blocking stuff, whereas in Mighty number 9, those are only capable of deflecting the general projectiles. You know, those yellow diamond-looking things if you've played the game. Also, our wonderful patchbot friend doing all the work. By the way, another thing to note, every time she completes a stage, you get the choice of one of 3 rare items that you get to pick. Now, Kiwami, remind me what you're usually going for with those?
So essentially in the new route, there's gonna be one element that we're gonna be picking up, and it's on the waterworks stage. But for the most part, we're gonna be getting all the customizations points that we can.
All right, here comes Avi. He looks like he's going to, he do what Avi does best. Unfortunately, like with both games, he's going to do a little camera to block your shots, really. But here's his desperation move, which is this really cool concept of recording and then rewinding. I'm pretty sure I've seen a boss that in another game that I enjoyed that had a similar thing going, but unfortunately it flees my mind. And yet that was a really good fight.
Yeah, honestly. that was the Storm Eagle pattern.
Unfortunate, but hey, this a little RNG, not much to it, really.
Yeah, we can kill him before he does that attack, but again, it's kind of something that's out of our control. He didn't stay too much on the ground, so...
Yeah, he wasn't much of an airboat today, but we'll see if he is next time. Which, foreshadowing. But, nevertheless, welcome to the highway. As you just saw there, we have a few appearing platforms, the not Yoku blocks of this level. And, a little different from a highway per se, because we're not quite in the traffic, as it were. So... yeah, the fun little things about seeing a stage name, but then not quite seeing what it's meant to be just yet. But yeah, this is Brandish's stage, and I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite songs from the Mighty number 9, Mighty number levels, period. So if y'all are enjoying the jams, then y'all know what to do. But yeah, not much to say at the moment, although I can mention that when you do change your shots, you are, first and foremost, you can't change your first profile because the game always wants there to be a default. So, yeah, just to mention that. But also, you can give yourself more CP if you give yourself debuffs. Not necessarily something we need to go for, per se, but just a little casual note all the same. Yeah,
on the new route, however, we do debuff our shots, but that's like not necessarily for the sake of saving CP, is more so the triple shot actually saves time because we decrease its duration.
All right, here we go with Brandish. Now, we're of course just going to try and melt his health down as best we can. And voila! The health bar couldn't keep up, folks. That's how you know you got it good. I just want to give a shout out to Brandish. You're not just a dude, but you're pretty sharp as well. Get it? Blade joke? No?
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, yeah, shout out to JRT Tables, by the way, the Metal Slug Runner. That was just a little note that I was taking off of a, if you know, you know. Anyway, so now we're moving into Countershades level. So this is the Capitol building, and in Mighty Number 9, that stage was kind of concerning because in that case, you had a whole hide-and-seek mechanic, and that was especially problematic because the only checkpoint you had was to the boss corridor. So in this case, that's not quite here, and thank goodness for that, but we still got a few moving platforms to deal with. If you're familiar with Super Mario World's castles and those little things, then yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of anyway. But not much really to say at the moment, except you can get, some characters anyway, can get some elements that you can equip to your profile, your gun profile, and there are some weaknesses within this game. Not like we're going to focus on all that much, because, again, with the triple shot, we're already really doing the business and then some. But I should mention in this level that Kiwami does have these switches to go through, and so once we get through all those, then yeah, we're basically moving on to Shade, no problem. And in case you didn't notice, there are a combination of both enemies from Mighty Number 9 as well as Gunvolt. So, if you don't recognize some fellas from MN9, you're probably going to recognize them from Gunvolt, which, by the way, this game sorta takes place non-canonically between certain properties. For Gunvolt's case, it's definitely either before or after Gunvolt 2, because he's rocking that look. There's Mighty Number 9, which is after that game, and Galgun, I unfortunately have not played Galgun, so I can't really help you there.
Yeah, neither can I. But yeah, essentially, this game is not necessarily canon because it literally states in the game that it's nothing but like a big simulation, so...
Which, to be fair, Dr. White from that game was working on as well, but yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to some invisible platforms. We also had that too. And I just want to say that Kiwami and I personally do enjoy Mighty Number 9 as a run, so whatever we say about that, don't worry, we mean it with all due respect. And, trust me, it's a very fun speed game. But here's Shade. So you saw us warping through portals, and now he's going to use those too, and then just try to snipe us, but, nothing to it. A few mighty numbers down, and we're looking pretty fast, all right. I'd say this is a good time, though, to open the floor to some donations, so Shadow Temple, go right ahead, my friend.
Heck yeah. All right, we got ourselves $10 from Sakratoy, saying, howdy, Kiwami. Tuka Bass and I send speedy vibes. Good luck on the run. So Tuka Bass or Tuka Bass? Anyway, we got ourselves $250 from Judo Nerd MD saying, thank you, AGDQ, for supporting great organizations like the Prevent Cancer Foundation. As a physician in training, I see the benefits to the patients of early detection and treatment every day. Got time for one more?
Yes,
absolutely.
Go ahead.
Heck yeah. We've got ourselves $100 from Corduroy saying, good morning, AGDQ.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. And let's keep raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation because we are doing a fantastic job as it is, but we can see some more. It's only the last day of GDQ, but there's still much more that we can do here, and I know you all hear me on that one, am I right? But with that said, we are currently within a seismic stage, We got a few explosive barrels and then these very daring platforming sections that use the invincibility power. I should mention that there are some boosts within the game. That right there is a showcase of the invincibility thing right there. But we also had a power boost as well, which was supposedly capable of bursting enemies even from afar and just doing more attack, you know, all that good jazz. Just a mention of that, a shout out to that. All right, here's Seismic. He's gonna throw some rocks at us, try to do a little bit of a Stone Man, Guts Man thingy, and, you know, just do the spin, get your emotes there. And he's donezo.
Although we can skip the spin, it's actually like, it only saves like 4 seconds, so if we end up waiting for him to not do that attack, you're gonna waste more time than that, so... If it happens,
Absolutely.
It happens.
Yeah, no. That's how it usually goes in a speedrun. Alright, so now we're jumping into the waterworks. And, yeah, this is probably by far the most technical stage of the run. There will be some water streams that will come from the floor whenever Kiwami hits specific parts of the level, and we can skip those cycles if we are fast enough, so let's see how we do there.
Oh, I almost had it. Okay.
It was still pretty good drop, though, if I do say so.
Yeah, this particular skip is very hard to do. Again, this is a super technical stage. We can skip the final stream here, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. That's fine.
Almost. Some of you are probably wondering what's up with the food items, by the way. As it turns out, you can pick those up and then go to the pause menu, where if you're feeling like you're in a bit of a pinch, you can just recover your health, no problem. The game also gives you extra score if you do keep some of them by the end. But yeah, just to answer that question, if anybody had that, so to speak. And then I should also bring up that these water currents are very much a carryover and reference to Gunvolt 2's water level with Milas. So yeah, there's quite a bit of Gunvolt referencing in this game for sure, and I quite honestly appreciate that. Big shout outs to Inti Creates, by the way. They are a fantastic dev, and to my understanding, they do have a new game coming out pretty soon, which is Grim Guardian's Demon Purge, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely look forward to that. Oh yeah, that was Cryosphere. Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew!
Yeah, this boss is pretty quickly because she's like, I think she's the boss that has the least amount of health in this game. That's something pretty... Oh, I forgot to get the freeze upgrade. Okay, it's fine. I mean, the run can still continue without that, but like, we actually rerouted this so we used the freeze upgrade in this boss to skip his special attack, but it's fine. It's all good.
Yep, all good indeed. Alright, here's the military base. Now, if you're familiar with the Mighty No. 9 run, this is where we would usually start things off within the any percent route. But here, not necessary. That said, the stage does have a lot of conveyor belts and, movement involved. And this is also, if I'm not mistaken, well, actually, we do have one more Mighty number after this, so I almost thought this was the last stage, but no, I'm forgetting Pyro. My bad.
Yeah, this used to be the final stage, though, but
this is true.
Due to the new route, this is kind of close.
Yeah, I did a little bit of studying for both routes just to clarify. So that was kind of the old route speaking to me a bit.
Yeah, that also happened to me before, like when I forgot to get the ice upgrade from the waterworks stage. So yeah, it's basically the old route kind of speaking to you.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, we got some more customization going on. And yeah, I'd say let's open up the floor to some more donations, shall we, Shadow?
Can do. And I just want to say before we continue on this, I got some new information about the Love 3 incentive that I think you guys are going to want to know, everybody out there. Just to let everybody know, that custom bonus level is created by the original game developer for AGDQ specifically. Not only that, but none of the racers who will be participating in that run, which is just about 3 runs away, none of them have seen it before. So we're going to be reacting live and trying to race without knowing what to expect whatsoever. We need to get to $3,000 on that incentive before the run comes up. So please keep getting those donations in, like this $50 donation from Kinjor saying, I try to donate a little every year. Let's get that Zelda 100% run funded as well.
Awesomeness. Yeah, I'd love to see that donation incentive met, because after what you just said there, now I'm absolutely intrigued. By the way, nice battalion fight. You noticed Kiwami changing her shots to go at a 45-degree angle? Yeah, that was why. He likes to go on the ceiling, he likes to do the shooty shoot, and also his desperation move is a little callback to Acerok I hope I pronounced that right. I swear, I can't get his name right, but he's one of the bosses from Gunvolt 2. Acerok had a desperation move called Amuse-Bouche, and that was basically what Bat was doing right there. So, I just love those little details like that. By the way, shout out to our Gunvolt friendos, if any of you happen to be watching. All right, so now we're moving into the final stage of the Mighty Numbers, that of course being Pyro, and as you just saw right there, Kiwami totally cleared through those obstacles using the barrier. And yeah, that's just one of the big perks about Call in general, that barrier allowing her to do way more than what it could previously do for sure. But yeah, no, absolutely doing great here. And yeah, y'all noticed that despite going into an oil refinery, we started off with a bit of a water level gimmick. Yeah, I'm not sure why Inti did that per se with Pyro's level, but it kind of fits. And the oil slicks, instead of being on the floor, are already lit up. So, you know, this is not your typical oil... Wait, no, not Oil Man. Flame Man, that's the one. Flame Man reference. There you go. I know my Mega Man. All right, here comes Pyro, everyone's favorite fiery wrestler. And the pattern where he can do a move where he can punch the wall, that's the pattern we want to see. And if he gives this 2 times in a row, we can basically kill him before his special attack even happens. So let's hope for that.
Oh, he's not helping.
Oh, man. He just wants to see things burn. You hate to see it.
Oh, I took down the shed. It's fine.
So close. But let's get our fire emotes going, because I know we got a brand new one that's totally giving me some Dragon Ball vibes, and I'm absolutely all for it. But also get all your flame emotes going, because one thing I always love to point out about Pyro is that if you've played Mighty No. 9 on the Japanese dub, his voice actor is actually the guy that played Flame Hyanard in the Japanese dub for Mega Man X7. So I get the feeling that the voice cast team knew exactly what they were doing. All right, here we go. We are now moving on to the fortress stages of this particular game. And, well, and another shout out to Gunvolt 2, except this time we just simply got some Teseo music, which probably is some of the coolest stuff you'll hear. I personally love this remix a heckin' lot. And the gimmick of this stage, as you can see right now, is that similar to Teseo's Gunvolt 2 stage, the idea is we have red platforms and blue platforms. Now, because the flash field is not quite a gimmick within this game, instead what we're seeing is the background changing those colors, so you'll want to jump from one platform to the next as soon as you can before that whole change up in the background occurs. And yeah, not much else there. Also, we got a little passage with the darkness gimmick making a return. Hi, darkness. But yeah, I should mention right away that one of the interesting things about Mighty Gunvolt Burst is that we actually will have a boss rush coming up. It's not in this stage per se, but I find it so funny because, again, if you've played Mighty No. 9, you might recall that there was no boss rush in that game at all. So I like to think that Inti was like, okay, we'll do it here. Which, you know what? Fair's fair, I guess, but... you know. Alright, but yeah, as we're going through this kind of sort of auto-scroller section, not really, because, you know, it's just one of those platforming sections. Oh, actually, we're already done. Well, never mind. So let's just go into the boss fight, which we will now go head-to-head with Game Master Gunvolt. That's right. So part of the plot within this game is that if you're playing as a Mighty Number 9 character, you're going to face Gunvolt here. And then if you are playing as a Gunvolt character, you are going to face a Mighty Number 9 character here. And, well, that's basically the boss. Hi, GV. Bye, GV. We really didn't get to see him do all that much at all.
Also, you just remembered of something. And also, if you're playing as a Galgun character, it's RNG whether you're fighting Gunvolt or back, which is kind of interesting.
Oh,
now that I think about it.
Yeah, which makes a whole lot of sense because, Galgun is definitely the third party here, and Inky was like, do we have them do this? Do we have them do that? No, let's just have them do potentially one or the other. And I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. But, yeah, that was Gunvolt, and now we're into the subspace level. So, we're going to grab the knockback resistance here in this stage, and then equip it near the end. There's going to be quite a few spikes and death pits, but there's also going to be a 9-second time save that Kiwami can potentially do, but it's going to require almost perfect movement to damage boost through those, into those spikes and skip the cycle. So if there is a bit of error in that skip, it will cost us a bit. So let's see if she decides to do it.
I'm absolutely doing it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, here we go. Well, actually, do you think we could actually fit in a donation beforehand, or are we coming up to it?
Yes.
Alright, Shadow, go ahead.
Sure thing.
Oh, I got it. Oh, no, I died.
No!
I got the skip and I died afterwards. Okay.
Unfortunate.
At least we get to see it again.
Yeah, at least there was a checkpoint just right there, so you know what? It's not too bad, but yeah, okay. I was gonna say definitely not the worst idea. Yeah, those tangling enemies, those are from Desna's stage in Gunvolt 2, and they can be such a nuisance. All right, sorry, Shadow, go right ahead.
No, you're
nicely done.
Sorry for the jinx. Hey, friends, we just hit over $1,000 on the Love 3 Custom HDQ bonus level. Please keep getting those donations in for that. Once again, this level's created by the original developer for GDQ, and the runners have never seen it before. If you want to flummox some poor runners today, please get those donations into the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Like this $50 donation from Holy Paladin, saying so much love to GDQ staff and runners. I know it's the last day, but let's make it count and meet those incentives. Is it okay that I'm still tearing up because of that rock and roll ending earlier? Shout out to my wife and little one on the way. Looking forward to gaming with you soon.
Absolutely. No, that message from Dennis, the creator of rock and roll, it just gets me every time, Shout out to Dennis. Major props to him for that, for all of his efforts in the game. And shout out to Ahmad as well. Good friendo. All right, so by the way, that boss was the original boss of this game, the Briar Guardian. Not really much to describe there, per se. Yeah, we normally, there's boss cores with the Briar Guardian, but, damage boosting inside the shield, we can just mash, and that's about it. But hey, shout out to original bosses, and also the Gunvolt 2 boss theme in 8-Bit Glory. You love to hear it. Alright, so now we're in the Dystopia level. There's going to be a lot of damage boosting here, since we no longer get knockback from that upgrade. There's also the section where you're seeing the spatial dimensions tilting here. Clear-cut callback to Merrick's level from Gunvolt 1. And yeah, we're making our way over to some more darkness mechanics, which, yeah, we're already in that, so, knock on wood right there. We also got some portals to come through. Yeah, these stages have quite a few elements carrying from a lot of stuff that we've done before up till now. And then we've got another danger climb section, or actually, was there even one beforehand? I kind of forget. But yeah, I like to call those danger climb sections because, you're trying to escape rising lava, rising hazards, stuff like that. And now for the boss. And if you guys want some more Gunvolt representation, well, this game has you covered. Here comes the Plasma Legion. It's never a Gunvolt game unless there's a tank fight, so you know, they had to bring this guy in. Anyway, it's pretty straightforward. We just want to use the diagonal fire until the Plasma Legion launches the missiles, and then we'll just go ahead, ride it, shoot it, and skip the desperation attack. But it doesn't really waste that much time if it doesn't happen, so you know, not really much danger there per se. Good fight though, really good fight.
Yeah, getting sub 2 in this stage is actually pretty good.
Alright folks, we are nearly finished with the run. For now, it's time to jump into the Cyberspace Coliseum. And here, we already have our boss refights, so Kiwami's gonna have to face through each of those mighty numbers once again. Not much else to it, so I'd say, Shadow, let's get at least 5 donations in, shall we?
5 donations, I certainly can. We have ourselves quite a few donations coming in for that Love 3 custom AGDQ bonus level incentive, friends. We are now at 1345 out of the 3,000 we need. But there's only 2 runs in between now and then, so please hit it up. Like this $50 donation from Legov saying, a blind race? That sounds very chaotic and fun. We have to get it. We also have $50 from YD95 saying 10 tickets for Love 3 Custom AGDQ Showcase. I certainly can make that happen. We got $160 from Good Guy 3 saying, almost sad we're at the final day, but as always, this is a great time. Thank you to Mike for many years, many entertaining years of marathons. GDQ forever. I know I took a little space there for that incentive read. Do I have time for one more?
Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Absolutely.
All right. And $20 from Hey Mongo saying, good luck to all the runners. What you and the whole team at GDQ are doing is amazing. I have a new job interview on Monday, so please wish me luck. Good luck.
Best of luck indeed. Yeah, I'm on a bit of a prowl for some work myself, so I totally feel that. But yeah, always believe in yourself, and you got this. All right. So it's at least half of the boss rush donezo, and yeah, no, we're just really pumping through things. If y'all are interested in picking up this game, by the way, it is available for Switch, 3DS, PC, and the PlayStation 4. And if you would like to try your hand at the original Mighty Gunvolt, you can get it on most of the same platforms, just alternate the Switch for the PS Vita. And I also definitely give props to the PlayStation version having the moniker of Gal Gunvolt, because for those that don't know, Galgun actually preceded Gunvolt and Mighty No. 9 from Inti Creates. It was, however, a game that they did originally have a publishing hand in, so this was kind of before they became an indie company, which is always interesting to look back at, really, because you know, the original Galgun came out for PS3 and Xbox 360. But yeah, big shout out to Inti Creates. Honestly, one of my favorite developers, period. Like, they just really make some good games and always love making all sorts of nostalgic callbacks and references to projects that they've worked on and just somehow make it work all the time. I just can't stress that enough, truly. Thank you, Inti Creates, for all the work that you've done. And yeah, they also were the developers for the Mega Man Zero and ZX games, which we did see ZX earlier at GDQ, and big shout out to that run. That was so cool to watch. All right, just a few more bosses to go, and then we'll be entering the final fights. So once again, we're going to be seeing Seismic. And yeah, let's tell you what, let's get a few more donations in.
Sure thing. We have $100 from Finn the Puppy saying, Finn the Dog here, loving all the runs here on the final day of GDQ. Hoping you get that Zelda 100% run in for extra games. Sending all the best from Ireland. We also have $100 from Inspiring Badger saying, awesome run to wake up to on this last day of AGDQ 2023. Definitely going to be glued to my screen today. We also have $50 from Tomoltak saying, more GDQ hype.
Absolutely more GDQ hype. Let's see that bonus run. All right. Looking absolutely phenomenal, Kiwami.
Yeah, we're almost done with the refights.
Yeah, you always feel that sort of adrenaline once you're nearing the end of those refights. I know I do.
Yeah.
All right, just got to go through Shade, doing some more teleporty shenanigans. Luckily, we have the direct... Gosh darn it. We got the directional shot on our side, though, so, you know, all's good there. Not too much else to say. His explosive presence? Not today. All right, folks. So now we're entering the doppelganger fight in just a bit. So it's at this point that you're normally going to fight an evil clone of your character. And so, of course, in this case, it'll be called, but oh my goodness! Is that Teseo? What is he doing here? Oh. Ah, so he's the mastermind behind all this. Yeah, so the whole plot is that Teseo, because he's an adept that uses a septimal power that literally hacks the world itself, obviously being able to take care of a simulation and change it to his liking is no problem whatsoever. And so, once we take care of the copy call, which we already did, it's time for Teseo, the lone adept of the fight of this game, and... Titan fight! Alright, so this is 2 phases. During both phases, he'll stay up high, and we'll just hit him using the diagonal fire for the entire battle. And then once he falls during the second phase, we're just going to mash and one-cycle him. And then time will be once the screen fades to black, but for now, enjoy some absolutely hilarious chat messages. All right, here we go. Basically the Wily Capsule phase of this fight with a little help from Gunvolt. All right.
So time's coming up soon. And time.
GG Kiwami.
Yeah, there we go. That was a pretty good run, considering that I ended up not getting the waterworks element, but it's just a tiny detail. The run could still continue after that.
All right. Thank you so much, Kiwami, for that fantastic Mighty Gunvolt burst run. It was incredible to see. I watched the run back when they actually did it for Fatales a little bit a while ago, and that those minute route changes really changed up all of that, and it was really fun to see. Friends, we've got ourselves plenty more runs coming up here in just a bit. But a reminder once again that we are aiming for that Love 3 custom AGDQ bonus level. Again, I can't stress this enough. This is a new level that was created just for GDQ by the original developer of Love 3, and the runners have not seen it yet. We just hit over $2,000 towards our $3,000 goal, and we've only got 2 short runs in between now and then before we need to hit it. So please keep getting those donations in, like this $500 donation from Jacko saying, gotta get my donation in, almost missed it. Got one more day, but you managed to make it in there. We'll be back with more Awesome Games Done Quick 2023 online in just a little bit. See you soon. Welcome back, folks, to more AGDQ Online 2023. My name is Shadow Temple, and I'll be your host for the next run here, which we've got some fantastic runs, a duo of runs, no less, by SBD Wolf coming up here with Donald and Maui Mallard in just a few minutes. Once again, pushing for that next incentive coming up here soon. After these two runs, after Donald and Maui Mallard and the Lion King, we've got ourselves that Love 3 race coming on up. And once again, we are trying to push towards $3,000. We're currently at $2,120 to see that custom stage run. Got a little bit of time here for donations, but of course, I'm always excited to see some more friends like this $50 from Discount Cleric saying, more GDQ? Yes, please. We also have $150 from Brad and Nina saying, we watch every year together and so happy to support PCF and GDQ once again. Speaking of which, friends, we're getting a lot of these donations in, but what exactly is this all going towards? Well, Prevent Cancer Foundation, founded in 1985, is a U.S.-based nonprofit organization. Their mission is to save lives across all populations through cancer prevention and early detection by focusing their work through research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their vision is to stop cancer before it starts. You can find out more information about PCF at preventcancer.org. Coming in here, we've got $25 from Flexi5 saying, good morning, GDQ. Wait, did I hear a Love 3 incentive? Sign me up. We also have $25 from Nexe saying, let's see that bonus level. We also have got $50 from Snoozing Susie saying, thanks GDQ for a great week of speedruns. I'm excited for Terraria later today. Can't wait. Rolling on in here, we also received $250 from Daftycon saying an AGDQ bonus level. You would love to see it. Yeah? Love? It's fine. $130 from NYR Top Cheddar saying, thanks to all the runners. Love watching GDQ. Amazing job all around. Let's make cancer a thing of the past. And with that, friends, it sounds like we are all set to go to send it over to SPD Wolf for Donald and Maui Mallard. Enough with me ducking around. Go ahead and take it away.